Hello and welcome. I'm Domina Della Pie, Mistress Ashes Storm. My anxiety is rather high at this time because of the situation involving your lab-created baby. It seems like it's a mixed baby, you know. Wohan, and I spell it W-O-E-H-A-N-D. Whoa. Look at these hands doing the devil's handiwork. Trusting the science. I trusted the science. I was born into trusting science, indoctrinated into trusting the science that's been attempting genocide for generations. But apparently we're like weeds. So we're still here. We are seeds. We still grow. We germinate. And we create. We're productive. I am someone who is immunocompromised thanks to this diagnosis, lupus. I never knew anything about lupus. Nobody ever heard about lupus. Suddenly lupus. Everyone and their dog and cat have lupus. Where the hell did lupus come from? And I say, I wondered because nobody could answer me when I asked the rheumatologist, how did I get that? It took them over 8 years to diagnose me. I was going to the doctor with these symptoms and this and that and this is wrong and I don't know what's wrong. Can you tell me what's wrong? Test after test. And finally, they sent me to rheumatologists. After all these years of doctors not knowing, haven't got a clue, they sent me to a rheumatologist. And I discovered the rheumatologist was learning about lupus too. They didn't know shit about it. They were learning. And how they were learning? Prescribing drugs to me. Prescribing these pills. And their side effects. It took a while. I did take the pills. I didn't want to. I took the pills. I didn't know. So, I had the side effects. And I said, I can't live with these side effects. The side effects, I don't even want to spend the time to list them here. Okay, and they were not good. I didn't want to live with that. And when I told the rheumatologist, she was quiet. I fired 5 different rheumatologists. I was on the number 6. Finally, they gave me a black woman. I thought, oh my God, thank God, a black woman. She's going to understand. Oh, fuck no. She was no different from the rest. Rheumatologists, I discovered, they fit a profile. They're the same. There was no difference between any amongst these 6, including the black one. And she too, when I told her what the issue, what happened after I took those pills they prescribed, she was quiet. She was silent. She said nothing, but she was taking notes. She was taking notes and learning. She was learning, and it infuriated me. So I'm on the autism spectrum. Yes, I know many of you who have been friends and family of mine, I'm coming out, okay? I'm coming out. I came out as queer before I'm coming out as having been, well, let's call me an Asperger's baby. Asperger's baby, that's me. And that's why I've been so strange, appearing so weird, and I'm so different. I'm so different that people hate me. They hate me for being different. So when I am not vaccinated, right? And the reason I'm not vaccinated, I haven't had the cold or the flu in, let's hear it, 10 years, 15, 20, over 20 years, I haven't had cold or flu. I don't like to be sick. And the last time I was, I was getting vertigo and I cleared that up, Certain things I get rid of it, arthritis, okay, gone. Because I learned how to take care of myself. I learned that with lupus, the way it worked for me is to cleanse my system, detoxify, and watch what I'm eating. Stop consumption of their processed shit coming from their factories. Food must be innate from nature. And the GMOs, thank you, Oshama, that you all loved and adored Oshama. And he gave you GMOs. And they try to tell you that there's nothing wrong. Listen, I grew up eating food from the land. I grew up picking my own fruit. I knew in season, gather them, go first thing in the morning. A little girl, I was a little child. And I knew about quality of food. Fishing, fresh fish, only eating fresh fish. Otherwise, you know, if you have salted cod or smoked herring, they're cured, right? But otherwise, it's fresh. We have fresh from the island. And from the island, our roots, we have indigenous roots. We have the black Indian. Why? It's Indian if you look at them, but the skin is very black. That was my great grandfather. Black skinned. Indian hair. Not African. Okay? So they hate you for that too. They call you Coolie, they call you Douglas. But apart from that, indigenous Indian, they were mixing. Everybody was mixing. So the indigenous Indian from my grandmother's side of the family and the Indian on my mother's side, grandfather's side, were different. The one from the grandfather's side they were Indians from India. They looked different and they were different. And yet, so close, right? That people, you know, and look at me. I say I'm black. We say we are black. We are black. Because, you know, we are brought into this, we are in this world where we are told because of our darker complexion that we are subhuman, subspecies. We are treated lesser than, you know. If we had a lighter complexion, we'd be adored. We'd be loved, especially with that hair. They hate us because we have that hair, but we don't have the white skin that they worship. We happen to have dark skin. Anyway, so I was talking about how I heal people. People come around me and they're sick. I take care of them. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to be a doctor. I use herbs. I use food. I use fruit, vegetables, you know, water, teas, herbal tonics, my sea moss. Yes, you can laugh. I saw you all online laughing at us. You're laughing at us, but you know what? Do what you do. Do what works for you. I'm doing what works for me, and I'm telling you, you people get colds and flu every freaking year. Some of you have 4, 5, 6 colds a year. I know a guy. He has 4 to 6 colds every freaking year. I know how and why he gets sick. He's a freaking whore. He's here, there, and everywhere. He's a social butterfly, I mean by calling him a whore. He's here, there, and everywhere. He's got to be here. He's got to be there. Girls are calling him. Boys are calling him. Everyone is calling him. Who knows? Everybody's bisexual these days. But there's a lot of exposure. And guess what? He's vaccinated. He's vaccinated. And because they're vaccinated, they believe that they're okay. We're safe. We are protected. We are vaccinated. I've been vaccinated 3 freaking times. Now me, year in, year out, I don't catch a cold. I don't get a flu. Now, there are symptoms I sometimes feel, you know, maybe the throat, you know, nose runny. Well, what's going on? Not runny, but, you know, like anything that is not normal to my body. My body is supposed to feel a certain way. And if it doesn't feel how it's supposed to feel, I know what to do. So, they say a cold is coming, maybe by my throat tickle or whatever is going on in my throat. Listen, I banish that. I banish it. I do what I need to do to get rid of it. And it's all in my kitchen. It's all in the kitchen. Everything I need is in the house. I don't have to go anywhere. And you all are getting sick. And another thing, I'm not antisocial, am I? Maybe I am. They say people on the autism spectrum tend to be antisocial. Well, all I know is I used to be a performance artist. I used to be out at many parties and events and out with friends socializing. And it is true that I would be there, but it's like I wasn't there. Oh, I wanted to run away. I never wanted to stay. I always was feeling like it's a million times better at home. Yes, it's music and it's drinking and, you know, dancing and partying and people are happy. No, they're not. They're not happy. They're drunk. How do you know they're drunk and not happy? Because they fight. They always fight. They're angry. That's what alcohol does. So these people who are, you know, they get their alcohol on, they get their buzz on from their drugs and their cocktails, mixing, shooting up, snorting, sniffing, whatever they're doing, they have cocktails of drugs. So they feel this way, they feel like a bravado and, oh yeah, look at me, I'm going out. Get all dressed up, spend the money on their appearance because they want to get hooked. They go fishing. get her, get him, get him, get her, get them both, get a couple, you know, sex parties, and you're spreading things around, you're passing things around, and that's the thing. I don't want it. I don't want your cold, I don't want your flu, I don't want anything you have, right? But you live your life. I'm not stopping you from living your life, but what I'm doing is staying away from you. So I've been pretty much under lockdown for real because, well, I actually, the truth is I love home. Home is a place for me where there's everything I need. Everything I need is here, right? So I don't have to go out. And now that they made it that we have access to a grocery delivery, oh my God, I'm happy. I don't have to go out. Look, it's how much snow fell. 2 days and 2 nights of snowfall, never ending snow, wind blowing snow. Now the snow is so deep outside. I didn't have to go out in it. I stood inside the house and swept 2, 3 steps of snow. My brother did the rest with a snowblower. I didn't have to even go outside. Everything I need is here, and I'm okay. It's safe, it's secure. You know, where am I going? Where am I going? I don't want to go and see you, so you can give me what you caught from whomever you're fraternizing with. So, you know, I've been home. I've not been flying to here, there, or anywhere. I've taken several times a car to the market, you know, when the weather is permitting and I'm able to walk, because I love to walk. And I'm not fraternizing with people on my walk to the market. I can't walk back because I buy too much, so I have to get a car on the way back. But I like to walk there. That's how I get my air. Otherwise, it's gardening for me, but it's winter now, so I'm not gardening, right? But the fact of the matter is, I don't catch colds, I don't get the flu, I don't catch cold, I don't get the flu, you guys have had your SARS and MERS, your H1N1, and your HIV and AIDS, you've just been having all kinds of shit. And I'm not having it. Because I've always had a sense of protection for myself. I take care of myself and I take care of those around me. Some people make it difficult because they insist on living this lifestyle. It's a free-for-all. They throw caution to the wind. So they are likely to spread things until they come and they bring things. But I know to repel. And I'm not, listen, you want to be vaccinated. Be vaccinated. But please don't try to force me. Do not try to force this shit into me. Because my body does not accept noxious, toxic, artificial, chemical, whatever it is. It's for me, my body only accepts natural stuff. Okay? Organic. This shit y'all are doing, use your science, it doesn't work on me or for me. Okay? I levitate. I receive downloads. I am shown visions. I see things. I have the perception, the intuition. I'm on point with seeing, hearing, feeling, smelling. My sense of smell is so keen. They call me the bloodhound. Bloodhound is what I was called. My senses are acute. And you don't understand. And you hate me. You hate me. But you don't know me. And the reason you cannot know me, I don't allow people to get that close to me. I used to. I had to get rid of every one of them. Some of you, listen, no bad feelings. Some of you, yes, bad feelings. But I let it go, though. That's the thing. I release. I don't keep it around. That's the problem with y'all. You're nursing a grudge. Can't wait to get back. I'm going to get her. She did that to me. How dare she reject me? How dare she turn me down? Look at my penis. It's so beautiful and she didn't want it. Oh, I got a nice pussy. She don't want it. Who does she think she is? Get off your high horse. You're not special. No, I'm not, honey. But you did call me different, and I am. And that's okay. You're different, and I think that's okay, too. But I know that we are different, so different that it's not going to work for us to come together. But we don't have to hate each other. But I'm hearing... Oh, here. Let me share from... There's a guy I really, really love, Russell Brand, the actor. Well, he's still an actor. Well, he's multifaceted in front of the woodpile. But I'm going to take straight from his Follow Russell Brand on YouTube, okay? I just love this guy. So, I'm reading from his comment section. I'm unvaccinated while my partner has had 3 shots. I have lost work and money over my choice. Today I spent 3 hours in a hospital emergency room due to the complications she has had with the vaccine. After 3 hours, all family and friends of patients were told we had to leave the hospital due to COVID, in quotes. It feels as though society is trying to radicalize people. Choices that are being made in the name of humanitarianism seem very inhumane, and I am increasingly challenged to have compassion for my fellow human. I always appreciate Russell's channel and the efforts to find points to rally together on. I hope we will find each other. Until then, big heart. I just wanted to say how much I enjoy your channel. I stumbled upon one of your videos a couple of months ago and didn't know what to expect. But it's been nice to see someone cover what's going on in a rational and pragmatic way and willing to call out whatever really deserves it without it feeling like you have a stance and look for news that lets you exploit or pontificate for your stance or group. That's how my own journey into politics, in quotes, has been. I leave your videos feeling like I heard about something actually important, and like I've heard the political undercurrents involved in an enlightening, not manipulative, triggering drama circus way. Thank you. I was kind of following the cat's adventure in the woodshed when he got to the... Good Lord. Next. So this is in response to a video he showed of a woman on a plane. They call her Karen because of her behavior. But she was apparently on a plane. And and there was an an elderly gentleman. I believe they say he was around 70, in his 70s. And he was eating. And she was so incensed that she started berating him for not wearing a mask. I don't know if she attacked him, but she was pissed that he wasn't wearing a mask. So she's telling him off, but she's not wearing a mask. And he's eating. So how can he eat without... I don't know. Listen, I hate planes. I hate airports. I do not fly anymore. But all of you... vaccinated ones, you're flying and doing all this shit. You're not thinking very much. But I do. Karen was a total crazy person in this situation. She reminded me of my friend's mom at a Red Lobster on a random Tuesday. Today happens to be a random Tuesday. My unmasked mother had a masked man threaten to spit on her because he was pissed she wasn't wearing one when it was optional in the store where they were shopping. Oh, the best part? He claimed to be wearing his mask to protect her while simultaneously threatening to spit on her. This is happening in Canada too. People getting beaten for being unvaxxed already. You see what your politicians have done? They have you all fighting. This is all, to me, the source of this, apart from the original source, it trickled down to your politicians. Your politicians being dictated to by where they trickle down, okay. By not wearing a mask, you could potentially spread germs and harm the weak. In quotes. Proceeds to slap an elderly man and spit in his face. Yes, she spat in his face. And she's talking about, this doesn't even make any sense at all with these people. They are crazy about vax, and they are crazy about masks, and they're just crazy in general. My favorite thing, that was me. Okay, now I'm getting back to the comments. My favorite thing, that's the witch slapped the old man over not wearing a mask, while she was also not wearing a mask. Crazy, yep. It sure is. Karen was a total crazy person in this situation. She reminded me of my friends. I think I've read that before. I can't believe folk let that happen. Men and women of good character need to stand up. Damn right, but they're not. The endless campaign of maladroit scolding almost seems designed to make fence sitters refuse the shot out of spite, confusion, or both. Vanguard, BlackRock, Leon Black, Yahoo, AOL own most every media outlet and are the #1 and #3 investors in Moderna. Now get your booster, eh? And I've heard Moderna also being linked. Wasn't it Trump? Trump, isn't he Trump? One of them politicians, a whole bunch of them, making a lot of money off this shit too. It's hard to imagine a more stupid or more dangerous way of making decisions than by putting those decisions in the hands of people who pay no price for being wrong. Quote from Thomas Sowell. I can't believe folk let that happen. Poor Wayne. Oh, no. Sorry, we're not there. Okay. Yes, according to chemistry, alcohol is a solution, and many agree, except me, because that's one of the things I've had to stop, is the consumption of alcohol. I can take a drink, maybe 2, but even 2 is a bit much. So 1, I would stop at 1, and I cannot be drinking all the time. I cannot drink every day. And it's good. That's how I keep healthy. That's why most of you are not healthy, because most of you are. You won't admit it, but you're alcoholics. If you're not alcoholics, you're drug addicts. And if you're not drug addicts, you're one or the other, or both. You're drug addicted alcoholics. Right? And they know that. That's why they made it available for you. They made it available to you during lockdown. You know, liquor store was open when I couldn't buy seeds to plant, to grow my food. But I could buy liquor if I needed it. Y'all can't, I cannot, no. Listen, man, this has gone too far. It's gone too far. Like I said, I've managed to take care of myself for all this time. One of the ways is by not going to the doctor. Listen, I'm not telling people not to go to the doctor. And I have been, when I have to go to the doctor, I do. Okay? But you cannot make me go when I don't need or I don't want. And I believe that I know myself better than even you, doctor. Because many times I have to tell you what is wrong. Then you go on the freaking computer right here in the office with me sitting right there. And you go on and tenacious horn. Good Lord, I'm growing a horn. They call me horny, but I'm not. So, you know what I mean? Like, when I go to the doctor with some symptoms of something, which is, by the way, very rare. You know, I've been known to, like, go to the... When was the last time my doctor saw me? When was the last time you were here? Is it 6, 7, 8 years ago? And they don't like me. The doctors don't like me. And the reason they don't like me is because I don't like them. And the reason I don't like them is because they've lied to me from the start. First time I was going to get a needle in my butt. I was terrified. And the nurse... I said, is it going to hurt? Because it looks deadly. And she says, oh no, just a pinprick. This bitch, Dominican bitch. I was a little girl, and we had some kind of thing called scratch. You got a scratchy rash. Everybody had it. And she had to give me a needle in my butt. And this bitch who told me that it was, just a little pinprick. I don't know, I tensed up, I guess. And my butt cracked. My butt broke the needle, or the needle broke in my booty. When she inserted it into my skin, it broke. Okay, this is real. I'm terrified. Because I'm not just terrified of the needle. I'm terrified of what's in it. The syringe. What's in it? The syringe. You know what I mean? Okay, I have a feeling, you know, y'all like to go and make we already have enough diseases and infections. You know, we have enough going on in this world. But y'all go and you make your own. You know, like we don't have enough bugs. You got to go make your own bugs. We already have things perfectly fine. No, you got to go and make. You got to go and make. But what are you making? It's poisonous. It's toxic. It's harmful. It's not good for us. And these people are like sheep, just following along the same way they followed you into religion. My family, my ancestors, they were in your freaking religion, and that's how they got sidetracked. I'm the one setting us back on track. They say breaking generational curses. It's me, c'est moi. Domina de la Pai, Mistress Ashes Storm, Thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, comment or not. And please stop. You all are laughing. You laugh when indigenous people say they use this herb and the black people say they use that herb. Caribbean people use. We've been in the bush. We've been Africans. Bush. You don't have COVID in Africa like you have it in your so-called developed nations. Why is that? Because of how we live and how we eat and what we drink. We have the bush. And y'all go. Now you hear about it. Now you are selling our herbs. You are selling our freaking herbs too. Piss me off. So yeah, I hire African youth to go into the bush. I have a list of herbs to send to me because it's cheaper than going and being ripped off by white people selling herbs to me here. That way, the African youth can make some money, right? They're happy, and I receive my herbs, and I'm happy. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, comment or not. It's all good. My anxiety.